to talk about Care Bears on Fire. I just saw a video for one of their songs, which was actually a pretty interesting video. But the song itself was it's called Everybody Else, or I don't know what it's called. I had heard of Care Bears on Fire before. Never really cared about them. I was watching coverage of some festival, and they were playing festival. And I didn't want to get into them because it's two 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old. And that's not, I'm not a fan of teen stars. But I finally looked them up, and I'd like to say I was surprised, but I wasn't, like, at all. They're not bad. I don't like them, but they can play instruments okay, and she sings okay, and their lyrics are, I'm not going to comment on those. It's just the na bullshit. What is that? It's so annoying. I get it. Songs need a hook, but can they be words maybe? Maybe try something, you know, just, I don't know. It's just, going into this experience, I knew I was going to have one of two reactions. Either I was going to be really, really depressed because they're better than me, and they're 13 and 15, or they were going to be worse than me, but still signed. I went with the latter option. And I'm not saying this to be cocky. I think I sing better than that girl does. And she sings fine. But, I mean, I guess different styles, whatever. Point is, I'm 15. So, imagine how that makes me feel to have this band, which is fairly forgettable. Forgettable is the word I'm thinking of. They're just there, and they're not memorable in any way. Be signed to a label, be playing festivals, be touring. It's depressing. And I know why though. Because they're teenagers. They're teenagers, and they're, again, I'm sure they're perfectly nice girls. I'm sure they want to make music. I'm sure they like what they're doing, but it's like they're kind of cookie cutters. Like, oh, I don't want to be like everybody else. Every, you know, prep at my school listens to, you know, hardcore bands and dresses with stuff from Hot Topic because it's cool. I'm not saying I don't like Hot Topic because I like some of their stuff, but, you know, I don't really, it's just, they're exactly like everyone else. And that's the thing with teen stars. They're exploited. I don't want to be famous as a teenager. I want to be able to make my mark as soon as possible, which is why I have an internship. But I just think that they're going to be manipulated. They are being manipulated and completely exploited like every other teen star in order to sell records. And truth be told, it makes sense. I mean, what better the main people who buy music now are teenagers. What better to relate to teenagers than teenagers? I just wish it would be something with substance. Like, if, okay, when I put out my music, I want people to have their own opinion about it. If they like it, I want them to like it because they like the lyrics, or they like the way it sounds, anything. I want them to be able to explain why they like it. Like, my mom likes country. I hate it. I can't stand country music. But she can explain why she likes country, which, you know, their first record, I'm Not Okay, and it's like, that song was from Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, which was not their first record. I mean, dear, you don't need to know all their names and all their birthdays, but I expect you to at least know, a little bit about them. Like, oh, that wasn't their first CD, if you're gonna claim that you love them. And you can like bands, I like a bunch of bands, and I don't have to know everything about them, but it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it is pissing me off. Before you even say it, I know. Yeah, you don't have to know everything about this band to like them, but don't say, oh, they're my favorite band, even though I only know Welcome to the Black Parade and Teenagers. Good songs, but and they can even be your favorite songs. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, know more than that song. But that's the thing. Bands become popular, and a lot of the times, the bands that I like, that I still like, stay that way. Sometimes they change because they get popular, and then I just stop liking them, and I still like their old stuff. But they get fans who only know them for a certain song because they're played on MTV a certain number of times, and it's just, it sucks. And it's great that they're getting popular, I mean, of course I want them to be popular, because then, the more success they have, the more I get to hear them on the radio, the more they get, just the better lives they have sometimes. But the downside of getting popular is you get all these fans, and either you stay the same, and, it still sucks that you have those quote-unquote fans who are still, annoying as shit, or you change. You change and make crappy music to please those fans, to please the media, to please everyone. And that's when it sucks. And I don't really want to name any band that's done that. But and changing as a band is okay. I mean, look at AFI. They changed so much from their first record, but I still love their old stuff, and I still love their new stuff. It's all good. And every band grows, and if a band didn't grow, if a band stayed the same way, like for their whole career, that would bother me. Not bother me like, oh, I don't like them, just it would concern me that they're not growing as people, and that they're not growing as a band. But when they change so drastically to appease the mainstream media, that's when I get worried. So, yeah, this is my video, inspired by Care Bears on Fire, and again, they're probably awesome people, whatever. And again, not to be cocky, I just think I'm better than I sing better than they do. I mean, and maybe when they get older, they're